of the show today.
Jesus, we're live. That was painful, man. I'd rather have my fucking ball sack dragged through 5 miles of broken glass than go through trying to invite this dickhead again. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, my God. I don't even know where to start.
Hey, we're live. What episode are we on? 30?
36.
God, has it been that many episodes?
Yeah, episode 36. We finally got the Sultan back on. He decided that he wouldn't, even though all the snow is outside. Dude, there's at least 12 fucking inches of snow on the ground right now.
12? It's like fucking 5 inches of snow, you vagina.
No, it's definitely 12 inches.
Wait, is that how you compare your dick size? 12 inches? You're saying that's 12 inches, right?
I could care less how big I am, as long as I'm satisfied.
And therein lies your actual problem with females right there. You're selfish.
The amount of snow on top of the car right now, there's a lot of fucking snow.
Wow, Tony is right. Your connection does suck at your house.
Says the guy that's talking through a fucking soup can.
No, it's these fucking Bluetooth headphones. I'm being lazy.
Wait, do those Bluetooth headphones have your microphone in them or just...
Yeah, they do. It's in one of these earpieces here.
Dan. Fuck it, man. Let's talk about phishing. I want to know why phishing still works. Let's get to the bottom of it. We have 30 minutes.
Oh.
Wait, let me guess. I can guess what you're going to say. Go ahead and say it, and then I'll tell you if I was right or wrong.
Wiener Schnitzel.
God damn it, man. I read your mind. The tinfoil didn't protect it.
Damn. The government's still able to get to me. Or this massive 4K Samsung TV in my office. I moved that some bitch in my office now.
Does it still spy on you?
No. All of its internet features are turned off.
You think?
You know, wait, I do want to talk about phishing. That is what I want to talk about. But, you know, if you turn some features on, you might get fucking Gmail-based invites.
It's not an Android TV. It's a Samsung. It's got that Tizen shit.
Phishing. Why does it still work?
Because...
Well, I don't know if overall phishing is at the same level when people first started doing it. I mean, I look at some of the organizations that I've been involved in. Overall percentage of people that are falling for phishing is going down in terms of those that actually fall for it. However, I believe that's also because of the age groups that are currently employed. So as a lot more are coming into the workforce, they're not falling for it.
Well, I'm looking at a statistic right now that says I don't know how many total organizations were included, but whatever the total is, I'll try to find it in a second. 85% have suffered phishing attacks, and that's up 13% from 2014. This is a 2015 statistic. Well, say what?
As an industry overall.
Oh, I guess they're quoting the Verizon report, so I'd have to go dig into that to tell you how many total organizations there are. But yeah. Oh, here we go. Unique phishing sites detected. So that's the site that is the result of clicking. In March of 2016. So we're just shy of a year. Just in March, there was 123,000 and change. Wow.
123,000 new sites. I mean,
yeah.
That's because it is still successful. I mean, this is no different than, wild fishing for gold type stuff that we've talked about. All I need is one percentage point for those people that need to click on that site for me to in some third world country. I don't need a lot to be successful because I'm just blasting out fun.
Yeah. Well, it works kind of like, I think, off of a similar principle to marketing via mailers, right?
Yeah.
Where you're only going to get, what, 3 to 5% return on whatever you spend on flyers, right? Flyers. Like the mailbox stuffers at apartments and shit like that. But 3 to 5% of 30 million is still, I mean, it's still a sizable number, right?
It's a lot.
Well, and we see now, of course, the transition is just from phishing to, hijack something to actual ransomware. So I don't know if the statistics get classified differently. What?
Is that douchebag actually smoking cigarettes inside his house?
Yeah, of course he is. No fucking respect.
Why y'all crying, man?
So,
wow.
Jesus, man. This is going off the rails before it even fucking starts. So why does it work? Why? I mean, so I have a question. Why do we still have HTML enabled email?
Because people like images in their email. They like to be able to add a bunch of flair and pizzazz to their emails to make them stand out.
What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, I mean, it's no different than the reason why everyone's using all of these alternative texting applications, WhatsApp or Snapchat or whatever, like the aspect of being able to customize their message with whatever pretty color or pretty GIF or what have you. And that's probably a reason why I'm under the false impression that the younger generation that is workforce, they're not falling for these phishing attacks because they don't email anyway. So I mean, they are utilizing in different texting applications much more than email. I mean, the last thing you want to do is to tell some millennial to send you an email because you just don't want to. So I believe that the phishing, that's why I would love to, if people were honest and say what the age group of the people that are falling for phishing, I am willing to bet are still right now 50 and older. It hasn't really changed too much for them.
Interesting. Let's see. I'll see what's in this report. I just find it curious. I think
you're utilizing applications to consume and to create data.
Yeah, well, I think you've heard me say this before. I think it just begs the question that if we preach to people to not click on links and emails because that leads to bad things, and yet we continue to send stuff to those same people via email, whether it's an attachment or a link, even if that links to an internal resource, clearly, behaviorally, we're conditioning people operationally to click, right?
Sure.
Unfortunately, this doesn't break down by age.
Yeah.
I have noticed that a good portion of people that are clicking these phishing links, most of them always come back saying the same thing. I got lazy. I got comfortable. It's so you're right. I think that conditioning is a right word for that. I mean, these people are genuinely used to receiving links, even for business, from their employees or whoever, hey, click on this share, download this attachment, whatever. I need you to review this document. And most people don't think twice about it. When I say most people, I'm referring to those who are actually falling for these phishing attacks.
Right. Well, I mean, their pressure is to get their job done, and if part of their job is to retrieve shit that's sent to them via email, whether it's a Word doc, a spreadsheet, or a link to a share that has data in it that they need to do their job, I mean, they're going to click, right? I mean,
yeah,
they're absolutely going to click. Let's see here.
I mean, and a lot of that reason, yes, they're trying to do their job, but they're not about their job. I wonder if people would click on those same types of links if it was sent to their personal email versus their work email.
I think
it's
so.
like the people, and I don't know. I mean, I they might, but I know that people do differently when they are with the corporate credit card versus when they're on travel with the personal credit card.
Sure.
I know that with my own personal email, the only time that I ever do click on a link is if I'm in the middle of, creating a new account on something, or I'm requesting an email from somebody in the process of like changing the password or verifying a purchase or something. And I always check to make sure that is in fact the company that I'm currently associated with. So if it's a normal, everyday email, 15% off at, super fat guy store or whatever, I typically don't click it.
So you use a client that allows HTML based emails?
I do, yeah. But the reason why I'm not worried about it is because, like Dan said, typically my main form of communication is not through email. I just don't find it as useful as other forms of communication.
I do have HTML email client for work because it's required. They want to see the pretty logo.
Yeah.
I don't do HTML email for any of my personal mail. It's text-based only.
Yeah,
so when
I do
someone
plain text only.
sends a picture, I have to wind up, basically downloading the picture file, there, the GIF or whatever it is. But I have no desire to have, because I know you can run scripts in them.
Yeah.
My partner, that Google for the Gmail account is doing anything to block that. They're probably not. That's not their role in this case.
Well, I started. Well, and remember, first of all, I don't use an email client at all. I only use web interfaces.
Same, unless it's for work.
Yeah, it's just not worth it to me. And I started using plain text only just to speed it up for efficiency. I don't want to take time to load a bunch of crap that I don't care. I don't need to see it. I don't care to see it. It's a waste of time. So check this out, man. Side topic, but directly related. I found, and this is a study by, let me scroll up. This is from
study by shit? That's
what?
Impressive.
What'd you say?
You said a study by shit. That's impressive. I can see the frustration building in you. Are you okay? Have you been taking your breathing treatments?
My what?
Your little hippie woo-saw, breathe in, breathe out, meditation shit.
Oh, man. I'm going to need an enema after this one. This is by some folks from Carnegie Mellon and some institute in India from 2010. And they broke this down by demographics, who clicks. We'll paraphrase that way. And I'm not shitlording. This is a paraphrase from the study. They found that overall, by a difference of about 8%, women are more likely to click than men.
That's sexist.
Well, I mean, it's what the paper says, so you can call it whatever you want. Data's data. Let's see. How did they break down the age? They broke down the age categories by 18 to 25, 26 to 35, 36 to 45, 46 to 55, and then greater than 56.
So who was more susceptible? People in the higher end range, or those at the I don't know what the fuck I'm doing range?
Yeah, my thoughts are that it's the higher than 56, the one that would fall forth the most.
I'm looking for the data summary. Hold on. Oh, here we go.
So while he's looking at that, I ended up getting another piece of IoT that's coming in the mail soon, despite the fact I have so much trust issues with Samsung.
TV from Samsung.
No, I got something worse than that.
What?
The Alexa Dot. As much as I bitch about Amazon affiliation in Ubuntu, I got an Amazon device
All right, so you guys are guessing that the older end of the spectrum is going to be more likely to click. Was that right?
Yep.
I don't know. I think
That's my
I think it's based off of not really age. I don't think age is a huge factor in this. I could be dead wrong on that, but I think it has to do more along the lines of experience. If a young person has, been in the industry for a year or two, but yet they were drilled, hey, this is our policy and practice, typically they might not be as susceptible to click on these malicious links as opposed to, say, somebody who's been in the industry for 20 plus years.
All right, so check this out. They took all these age brackets, same number of people in each age bracket, and what?
What's the population for the study?
What's the total size? I don't want to scroll to check. It's sizable.
Okay.
And the results are statistically significant. So what they did is they broke this down. They stratified the sample so that the same number of people in each strata, right, by age bracket, and same strata for male and female as well. And they took people that had not had any training, like anti-phishing training, and they gave them training, and they measured them before and after. So it's a pre-test, post-test design, and they found that in a statistically significant manner, the youngest age group, 18 to 25, were the most likely to click links.
Hey.
Really?
Yep. Past that, the other age brackets, I think there was 4 more age brackets, right? Increasing up to greater than 56. They were basically indistinguishable.
Meaning before and after the training? Same amount, roughly?
Yep.
Interesting. I would not have thought that.
I wonder if that's still true, because remember, this is from 2010.
Another question to ask is, how effective is this training? I mean, is it just a boring, quick little video seminar or something that they have to take where it's just clicking links is bad? Here's why. This is Melinda with problems. Listen to her give you stupid speech that's going to put you to sleep.
Well, this just tells you how powerful operant conditioning is. I mean, when there's some overriding psychologically, when there's some overriding force, no matter how many times you tell somebody not to do something, they're still going to do it if that's what their incentive is. So, right, it doesn't matter if for 10 minutes they just repeated, don't click links. Whatever that training was, I mean, we can conclude that it was ineffective for that age bracket because they still fucking clicked.
So damn my generation and their stupid need to click emails.
Well, and so here's the thing though, across the board, more than 40% in each group still clicked. So it's not like one group listened to the training and didn't click. They all clicked it. It's just that young age bracket had a higher rate of clicks.
Wow.
Yeah, that's interesting. So, I mean, there's something, and that's what I find interesting, man. And here's something I wonder too. I would like to repeat this study, man. Clicking is an innate conditioned. I think part of it's innate, part of it's conditioned. We click things to get the computer to do stuff for us, right? I wonder how much higher this might be with touch devices, because touching it's much more innate than clicking. And
very true.
And it's 6 years on now. I mean, a lot has changed in 6 years in technology, but nonetheless, I go back to my point of, man, why is the technology allowing this? Why is the technology allowing this? It just doesn't make sense to me. Even if you have an HTML-based email, why isn't the email gateway rewriting that URL into plain text so at least it's not clickable?
Because
take out the P tag, right?
People in marketing.
Right.
Marketing.
It is. No, I totally agree. And that just tells you how powerful that is as let's say, a societal force. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Marketing says, I need to have, because I'm sending out email campaigns because, they work.
Right.
Another part of it has to do with behavior as to how URLs are being added to the email. Like, for example, whenever you send an email, do you actually create take one of the words in your email and turn it into a hyperlink, or do you just paste the link as is, allowing a person to see the entire URL?
Are you asking me?
Yeah,
right.
I am. Like, from the sender side, if you were sending emails, what is your behavior? Is it typically, do I, say click this and turn the word this into a hyperlink, or do I actually provide the hyperlink? I do both. Personally.
Well, I only send plain text, so I just put the whole URL in the email. I don't hyperlink a word.
I've sent Dan emails with hypertext in there, as opposed to just putting the URL there, just to see if he'd comment on it, which he didn't. So.
Yeah. Well, and that's like the whole Bitly shortened URL stuff. I mean, on one hand, it's fantastic. I mean, it's kind of a clever little trick, right? But
well, I mean, it's great if you want to limit character size on Twitter, but for anything else, there's not really a need to shorten the URL.
Right.
It's just a matter of, do I want this to look like a huge, massive, if you were doing a Google search and copy the URL from Google search,
right.
that thing's at least 4 or 5 lines long.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can see why it would be attractive to some people, but I personally have used it for malicious reasons time and time again, URL shorteners, I mean. So, I mean, I know that the risk is high, and whenever I see it, I always go to a website that provides expanding links just to make sure that, I mean, recently, I got a phishing attempt done to me via Twitter by some kid that was boasting how they were hijacking Instagram and Twitter accounts, and noticed that I was quote unquote flexing online about being a hacker, all because I had posted that video about Donald Trump's debate. They attempted to send me a link that was nothing more than a.
So hold on, you have a.
No, I don't. This person was bragging about the ability that they could hack Instagram accounts. Apparently, I've never used Instagram. I have no reason to. I don't take a lot of photos of my food. Sorry.
You don't follow Dan Blazarian? What the fuck is wrong with you?
A lot. That's for a different episode. So this person tried.
This is great.
This person ended up sending me a link that. This person ended up sending me a link that made it appear as if it was a Twitter login. However, the URL didn't even say the word Twitter in it at all. It was utter bullshit.
Yeah.
I ended up calling the person out on this, saying, "Hey, that's a cute website. You did a pretty good job for the login." And they, of course, got pissed off at me because they weren't able to obtain my account credentials. I ended up typing in the password field, "go suck a bag of dicks." And that was, well, because I knew they were going to be able to read it plain text. And so the purpose of that was, "Hey, gotcha, nice try."
That's so offensive. Why would you say something like that?
Because I'm an asshole. Again, we don't have time in this episode to discuss what's wrong with me.
Oh, man.
Well, if we did, the first thing we would talk about is why you're smoking indoors when you have.
Because Pilgrim was so kind to purchase a $400 air filter, purifier, ionizer, whatever the fuck you want to call it thing, so I can afford that luxury to smoke in my office.
Just quit.
Make me.
Well, I don't have to, man. Your body will.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't have to either. Either I'm going to enjoy my habit and die from it because that's my choice, or you can just live with it.
Oh, I don't have to live with it. I don't have to live with it.
Then why are you telling me to quit?
But Shadow's going to have to live with it.
Right.
I mean, he can barely walk now. He's going to be walking with a fucking tank of oxygen.
Oh my God, Dan, your internet connection is fucking terrible.
I put up with it every fucking week, dude. Every fucking week I have to watch this.
I feel your pain,
shit.
bro. I feel your pain. I
Well, I
mean,
don't have to put up with him every day.
here's the thing. He has a phenomenal job, great money, but yet he doesn't want to pay more for his internet service provider to actually provide a decent bandwidth to his apartment that he's only there for like maybe, a certain amount of time per month. But I mean, when he is trying to do something as significant as a podcast, it suffers greatly, and he just sounds like a gerbil being stuffed in someone's ass.
I don't want to know. So what are we going to do about phishing? So if that study's correct, let's assume it is, because I'm not going to take the time to look for counterpoints, but there may be counterpoints to that, right? I mean, that could be skewed. Let's just take it at face value. I mean, so in 2010, that was 6 years ago. I mean, you were using computers, right, Brandon?
Mm-hmm.
So that generation had technology, still has technology. If the younger people are clicking and in fact are more likely to click, I'd be interested in knowing, and just redoing that study also, if that habit is carried forward or if they've lost that habit after gaining experience.
I don't know, because I mean, it has been effectively 6 years since that study came out. So, I mean, here's the thing with phishing is that typically it's not a training exercise. That means that it's a real world consequence. So things like that are teachable moments. And in the event that you are a victim of a phishing attack, that could be something as simple as your Twitter account getting compromised or your fucking bank account. So I think that in the event that a phishing attempt is successful, that people tend to learn from that mistake. If not the first, definitely the second time when it's significant enough. Granted, there might be steps that you can take in order to recover from these attacks. However, you still can't get over the fact that they actually happen. So I think that with those teachable moments, people are starting to learn more and more as technology progresses, that things like multi-factor authentication don't do you a lot of good when you provide somebody access to every little inch of your life. I mean, if you tell them, hey, I need to get a 6-digit code that's about to come from your cell phone in order to send you money, people are going to fall for that. So MFA isn't exactly always going to do you good to prevent phishing attacks. So if you do end up getting compromised, it's something that you're going to feel. You're going to remember that, and you're going to be more cautious going forward.
That's an interesting point. I don't know. I don't know if I agree or not, man. Because if this is a case of conditioning that leads people to click, if you want to change that conditioning, the negative consequence has to be pretty immediate, like immediate.
Yeah.
I don't know if people feel pain from being compromised. I mean, as much as identity theft happens, what?
I actually have had accounts compromised in the past. Like 2008, 2009, I had an account that it was superfluous for what it was for, but it had personal meaning because I was heavily involved in that community that I was in. So I didn't realize that one of the moderators of an account had been jeopardized. I fell for an attack that was produced by somebody who was using a compromised moderator account and logged into what I assumed, without checking, was a malicious link. I didn't realize that it was a clone of the website, and I just logged in anyways. Granted, was confused as to why my browser hadn't saved the password credentials for it like it typically had, because I was trusting of it back then. So my account got popped. The guy used my account to post all kinds of, oh, Brandon's a fat faggot, ha ha ha. And yeah, it was a little embarrassing. You know, I got egg on my face for that, and I had no choice. But the fuck is Dan doing?
I don't know what the fuck he's doing, man.
Is he trying to show me the red stain that I left on that carpet?
Probably.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Jesus
worry about it.
Christ. They have products to help with that.
They did. I even bought him OxyClean for his request.
No, I mean from keeping it from falling on the ground.
Oh. Viagra?
No, Kotex. Anyway, man, so you got your forum account popped.
Yeah, and it was a little embarrassing, you know, and from that point forward, I've been overly paranoid about links, and people have gone out of their way to bitch about the fact that, why won't you click on this? I'm just trying to share a picture with you, or, you know, I really need you to take a look at this script, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, if that's the case, you can just toss the shit up on paste then, and I can click it there. They're just, well, I'm comfortable using, I don't give a shit what you're comfortable with. This is my computer, okay, my internet access. I'm choosing to share or receive content from you or not. That's my prerogative, if I want to click it or not. You don't get to dictate what it is that I do and how I form my habits.
Well, I find it curious that the email evolved to a point of replacing FTP. I mean, we already had a file transfer protocol that worked quite well, and it's acceptable and it's universal as a standard, and yet somehow email is this funny thing, right, where it's really intentioned to just be a messaging platform, asynchronous messaging platform. And
Right,
somehow
and-
it evolved into not only a file transfer, a file object, really, transfer mechanism, but also a file fucking storage mechanism. I mean, somehow it's become storage
yeah.
too.
Part of the issue that you have is that you have had the evolution of email gateway. One is because they don't want to wind up paying for the inspection piece to go down levels within the email to look at, is this a malicious URL or not? And because of that, I wind up thinking, oh, well, this must be safe because it came in to the enterprise. And that's just not always the case. It's the enterprise is looking for everything they can in order to save a couple of bucks. And they had this thing that, oh my gosh, I didn't get my email instantaneously. Well, email's not supposed to be instantaneous. If you want instantaneous feedback, instant messaging, pick up the fucking phone.
Right.
Because of them wanting it faster, they stop the inspection.
Well, you know, I might go so far as to say is email's just bad technology, right? Technology should be unburdening our lives, and somehow we've twisted email, we as a society, have twisted email into putting the burden on the user, and that's not what technology should do.
My internet connection better now?
No, it's still shitty.
So,
really?
I mean, you got to look at how email has not evolved since it first came out. I mean, yes, it's improved quite a bit, but its overall process is relatively still the same. Whereas we have a lot of new technologies that have come out, such as, you know, like Dan described, a lot of instant messaging applications and text forms of communication. Period. We'll just generalize that. That have made things very easy. I mean, nowadays we even have the ability to do peer downloading for multiple peers, as opposed to just a single source via FTP or HTTP. So email has not caught up to the game. I mean, even Google attempted to reinvent the wheel with email, so to speak, as far as how it's organized. And that's all they could do, was to provide an organizational layer to that. And that was the result of Inbox, a project which, like many of Google products, have failed in the past. The only person I know that still uses Inbox is my fiance, Connie. And the only reason she likes it is because of its organizational features. It offers no additional security. It offers nothing to benefit the user other than to help clean up and bring focus to important emails.
So should we just kill email as a technology and say fuck it?
Well, it's being used as a primary form of authentication for a lot of login services. So we would have to ultimately go back to how it is that we authenticate for a lot of these services online, because we can't just use one form for some of the major ones out there, like Google, for example, or even Apple. They're trying to push for MFA. So if it's not email, then what?
How about Twitter? How about I have to follow you to enroll in your services, and then you can follow me automatically, right? That's easy to automate. And now you can DM me my credentials. That's no different than an email. It's just not fucking...
But that doesn't resolve the issue of email.
Wait, you're both talking at the same time. What?
Sorry.
The way social media platforms, they do have internal ones. So the aspect, Microsoft SharePoint, for example, has this capability.
Right.
But what winds up occurring in that is you don't have a way of communicating outside of your SharePoint farm.
Mm-hmm. Well, right now, sure. But my point is, and not that I would necessarily want to use Twitter, but my point is there's other ways to do it, or maybe we have to invent one. But given how email functions today, and I mean, if you look at the statistics, how fucking absolutely poisonous it is, why do we even allow it? Well, I don't know. This makes me wonder if what?
Why do we still allow cigarettes? We know absolutely poisonous, and there's actual medical science.
It's a choice. That's why we allow it, because people are happy with it. They don't care about the consequences of using it, and we continue to do what the fuck we want.
As an ex-smoker, nobody smokes because they're happy.
That's very true. I'm a very angry person, and the reason why I smoke more is because I continuously get angry.
I'm going to tweet Trump and tell him, instead of banning the Mexicans, we should ban petrol vehicles, cigarettes, alcohol.
You do that. You go ahead and do that. I'm going to suggest we go after hippies.
We need the federal government to step in and legislate that.
Because here's the thing. Trump is going to be able to make money off of one of those ban suggestions. The other one, not so much. He can't tax hippies that way he could tax cigarettes.
What? What do you mean tax hippies? I don't understand what you mean.
Exactly. What I'm saying is he can make money off of these. He can't make money off of hippies. Hippies are easier to get rid of.
What? But why is the alternative to a cigarette a hippie? That's what I don't understand.
Because it just is.
I mean, addictive personalities will find something. Addictive personalities will find something to be addicted to. There's always ways to make money.
He thinks you're a hippie. That's what he's trying to say. He said,
"No, I get that, but why am I the antithesis to smoking? That's what I don't understand."
Because you're trying to suggest that I shouldn't be smoking. Therefore, you're automatically the bad guy.
I don't think anybody should smoke. How about that?
That's a terrible thing to say. It's choice. Just like you're choosing to do that. What the hell was that? Soylent Green shit.
Yeah. Soylent, not Soylent
yeah.
Green. Soylent Green's a fucking movie and a band, but
whatever. You're trying to drink that Soylent shit. That shit. It's advertised as good for you, but it tastes like something that's definitely not supposed to be in your system at all.
Have you tried it?
Once.
And you know there's different formulas, and you know you can mix it with stuff.
I don't give a shit if you mixed it with fucking French toast. It ain't happening.
No, I absolutely feel that there's certain things that should be legislated away. Email's one of them. Smoking's another one.
Okay, so if you're that against smoking cigarettes, what about marijuana? Do you think that should be legal or illegal?
Wait, but you know you can do things with marijuana other than smoke it.
Yeah, and you can do things with tobacco other than smoke it, motherfucker.
And I didn't say ban tobacco, did I, dummy?
So, what, we're going to allow people to dip and do snus, which is still just as bad for you as smoking?
Actually, snus isn't. If you look at the research, it's not. It's actually because it's cured differently in a variety of other reasons. But I didn't say tobacco. I said smoking. Stay on topic.
Okay, whatever. So you're saying I can't just... Never mind.
I mean, that's just a fucking fact. I didn't say tobacco. I said smoking.
Well, then you know what?
You've got someone where they're like, all right, I can't do this anymore. I don't have an argument. Whatever.
I tried to go so hard without going into a huge fucking tip about...
Apparently his internet's shitty, too.
Yeah. I took mine off wireless. I took mine off of wireless.
Yeah, it's better.
I took mine off of wireless, hardwired.
It's a bit better. Yeah. Man, that smoking button's easy to push for him, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, and he dropped off. But
he's back.
Oh, there he is. Look at him. Look at him.
Triggered.
Sigh.
Triggered.
Pissed me off, Jason. I had to smoke another one.
Troll fail.
Way to take responsibility for yourself, Brandon. I made you.
I refuse. I simply refuse. It's easier to blame you than it is to accept responsibility.
Fail troll.
That's
ultimately what phishing was why it's so successful. Is because people are comfortable and people are lazy.
There we go. I was waiting for it to come out. Wait, just add on. They're stupid. Just say.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. People as a mass, we are fucking retarded. Individually, we can be taught, but you cannot educate the masses.
Do you think we could teach Brandon to not smoke? I don't know. I don't think we could.
Yeah, but you got to administer the negative consequence immediately. Immediately. As soon as that lighter comes out and the cigarette's in his hand, you need to kick him in the balls as hard as you can.
He'd have to find them first.
This is true.
They're encased in layers of fat, and I'm very happy with that right now. Because his tiny little hobbit foot can't reach my crotch.
This dude knows Kung Fu, man. You better settle down.
I ain't settling down no way. Besides, I'm perfectly fine. He's not going to go out in what he considers a foot of snow to come kick me in the nuts.
No, I don't care that much. But on Monday at work, I might. Right before we get in. But okay, just so we're clear, we're not actually on the clock yet. And then
I will light up in your little tiny prickmobile. I don't care.
Oh, man.
Oh, So I guess to recap, the reason why phishing still works is because it's an old, antiquated platform that enables people to continuously make bad choices. Like,
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I think it's a good summary.
Well, maybe one day, Dr. Ford, I'll learn to stop using email.
well, no, we'd rather you stop smoking email. At least you should be able to not click on links. But I think that's really what it comes back down to. It's a poor medium for a time been surpassed, but no one has come up with a better platform. These companies that are creating different social media like platforms internally, things like SharePoint and some messaging applications, but applies SharePoint to communicate externally only brings different challenges. So don't know that there's a better solution.
Maybe we should contact Zimmerman to create a new platform for us.
No.
Did you say Phil Zimmerman? What the fuck did you just say?
Zimmerman, yeah. Oh.
So,
go ahead.
In essence, what we have is until a company like Microsoft, who makes the only amount of money that Microsoft makes more of out of email happens to be SharePoint. So until Microsoft is willing to change the platform in such a way that enterprises communicate securely, then they're not going to do. They have no incentive because the market says, "I don't care." Why should they?
Yeah, right. And it is incentive and it is conditioning, in my opinion. And I think the trends and the research show that. Well, like Brandon said this earlier, right? If I marketing and coupons, particularly, the incentive to click that link to get 25% off my next pair of jeans or what the fuck ever at the mall is a bigger incentive than the consequence of I might get my Macy's account popped. Who gives a fuck? Accounts are, and this is what I was trying to say earlier. By large and far, I would wager that most people view accounts as a collective term as commodities. They're just throwaway commodities. Who gives a fuck? It's like a Big Mac.
So yeah, 25% of Brandon's jeans is something that you want because you could probably fit in 25% of his jeans.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said, but okay.
All I heard was Big Mac, so I think we're on the same page.
Shocker there. Shocker.
I don't know, man. I'm at a point where I think we should just take email and throw it away. If Apple wanted to be brave, they should stop taking away jacks and phones and just abolish email. That's brave.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Apple's approach to remove the headphone jack, pretty cool.
I would rather remove the headphone jack from AMs, but.
Well, no, because then that takes away from people with disabilities who can't access ATMs in the way that everybody else does.
Who gives a fuck about them?
Yeah. Wow. All right.
I would say something, but unfortunately, I just don't give a shit.
It's bad when I'm not willing to go to a particular topic.
Oh, in case that wasn't clear, that was a joke.
No, that wasn't. That was very serious.
Oh, come on. Of course I care. I'm trying to get you to quit smoking.
No, you're not. You don't give a shit if I smoke or not.
No, I actually care a lot about you, Brandon.
Why? Why? You don't even know me.
You think I don't know you.
If you knew me, you definitely would give a shit that I smoke. If anything, you'd be encouraging me to up my ante to like 4 packs a day.
Hey, we got a lot of information out of your sayings on TV.
Yeah,
I know. Fucking bastard.
Of course I care about you, man. What are you thinking?
Oh my God, this snow is beautiful.
See, now you got the right spirit. Every person represents a unique planet that we can share time and place with. I wouldn't want anybody to
Happy. Stop it.
Let the light in, bro.
I got the window open. That's as much light as I can let in. I've been watching the snow all damn day.
Oh, God damn it, man. I think we're done, dude. I know I am. I need a cup of coffee and I'm going to take a shit.
Well, that'll definitely help.
Yeah, it will. I hope I
Brian,
concentrate.
What is that? Episode 37? Is that what we said this was?
This was 36. It feels like 37, but it was 36.
All right, episode 36. So I guess next week we'll be episode 37, and we have to come up with our prediction, and we need to review our predictions from last year.
Oh, yeah, that's right, man. That's right.
We're closer than like Eric Cole's.
Yeah, that I know we had a lot to say about that. I think we do again.
Oh.
I'm going to add email to mine, man. I'll go on the limb and say right now, in the next 5 years, email's dead.
I think you're a little too
100% fucking
optimistic
dead.
on that. It took us God knows how long to get to where we are today. I definitely don't think within 5 years email is going to be dead. I mean, that's going to take a lot of power.
No, we'll be there. Brandon will still be smoking in 5 years.
Uh-huh. Unless my fiance figures out a way to get me to quit. She's literally the only one that possesses that power.
Oh, got it. All right, everyone. Episode 36.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I'm going to go make a snow Michelin marshmallow.
The return of the Sultan.
Wow, man. What a return. Jesus Christ. Later, everybody. Talk to you next week.
Deuces.
Quit smoking, fool.